Hey everyone, how you doing? It's Jen here from tarotspirit.net. I got up at 4 something today. I don't know what my deal is. It's 5:35. Anyway, I'm just gonna start doing readings for people because a lot of us are stuck at home, and I'll try to just up my content during this time. It's the least I can do. So pick a card, love reading. We have this gorgeous garnet and the Tarot of Sexual Magic, the Mystic Dreamer Tarot and this beautiful rose quartz, and the Everyday Witch Tarot with this moonstone. So if you want to pause it and pick which one, or you can watch all three. I usually end up watching all of them. Well, not always, but sometimes. Pick which one you want. All right, so let's get going. We're going to start with the Mystic Dreamer. I don't know, whenever I'm doing a love reading, I tend to use the Mystic Dreamer tarot deck. I don't know, there's something very sort of romantic about it, I guess. I need to get some more decks that are more romantic. Ooh, this is reminding me, it's an angel. I'm reading a new book. I don't know if you guys read Sarah J. Maas. I don't know her. I'm not getting any money, but she has a new book out. I love her A Court of, oh man, I'm going to have to find it. Her one series I absolutely love, and she has a new series out called Crescent City that I'm really enjoying. Ace of Pentacles. So when this comes up in a love reading, this is a new beginning in earth energy, which is something tangible, something we can feel, something that we notice changing in our everyday life. So you could be wanting to move in with someone or moving in with someone, buying something together. Ooh, this is a pregnancy card. And wow, and a family card. Whoa, okay. We had a whole story going on here. 10 of Pentacles, this is many generations. So if you do not want to get pregnant, I would make sure that you take precautions. 2 of Cups, okay, look at the story that this is telling. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. This is amazing. So to me, there was some sort of spiritual awakening in the past. You may have, okay, sorry. There was some soul searching. Yep, okay, here we go. There was a happy time and then a not so happy time in relationships. And something ended, and it may have been toxic. And I don't know about you, but I had to go through toxic relationships and then pining over toxic relationships. And oh my God, I feel like we all have to do it though. And finally I woke up and I was like, what a waste of time. What am I doing? But here's the soul searching. Where have I been? Where have I been going? It forces us to get introspective, right? Then I wasn't really sure where to go, what to do, how to move forward. But I knew that I needed a fresh start. And I really turned to spirituality in times like those. Times like that type, these times like, sorry. And really started looking at things in a more philosophical way. I became, one of the biggest parts of that was to be less hard on myself. And I found that when I could treat myself the way I would treat a friend, and I see 444, and give myself a break and forgive myself for mistakes that I made in the past, especially when I was younger. Sometimes something happens, and I think it's our our fight or flight or survival instinct. We think that for whatever reason it was very embarrassing, or we felt like it was a very big mistake, and we make these snap decisions in our brain like, I am never going to let that happen again. It reminds me of, it was Karen Carpenter, and there's probably more going on, but when she died of anorexia, I'm old, so, and she said what triggered it was, and she was very young, I think she was a teenager when she started singing with her brother, but some paper said, whatever, I can't remember his name, whatever Carpenter and his chubby sister Karen, and that just triggered her. Again, there may have been, I'm not a psychologist, but there may have been other trauma in her past, but it triggered her, and that just set her off so much. She became anorexic and died from it. So wow, that was quite the tangent, but so challenge times in your life where you've made some decision where you're like, I'm never going to do that again, or I'm never going to, and see if you can relax those or challenge those and look at those with fresh eyes from a more mature experience lens, and lighten up on yourself. And you can then find it's a softening. I softened as a person after I went through that Ten of Swords experience, and I became much happier, actually. So then once you can have that shift in perspective, then it's motivating. You get your fire back, your passion back, your motivation back. But what it often does is, I'm going to work on me. I'm going to work on bringing things into my life that fulfill my life. I'm not going to be living externally thinking, oh, if I only had a boyfriend or a girlfriend, I'd feel better, or I would, like somehow that is a measure of your self-worth. You realize that comes from the inside. So finding the things you love to do and making time for those, and being busy living your best life. And this is just walking away from those old bad habits. And then I see, having gone through that experience, you become whole and solid on your own. You're a complete person on your own. It isn't, I'll be happy when fill in the blank, when this happens, when I get this job, when I move into this house, when I get that significant other. It's like, no, I'm whole and happy and handling myself all on my own. And then that's all they say, when you're not looking for love, that's when it comes in. So that's when it's coming in. When there's no desperation, there's no, I mean, you can want someone else, but it's like, okay, I will welcome someone into my life if they add to my life, but I don't need it. There's no desperation. There's no sort of negative feelings of attachment, because people feel that energy. Or that's when we attract or we settle for negative people that don't have our best interest at heart. But here is a beautiful relationship coming in. But it did take that whole experience to get there. I still haven't looked at this card. Oh my God, the hangman's just coming out all over the place, because we're all in, this is a global hanged man feeling right now. So are we going to be suspended like the hangman in fear? And it's okay to feel fear. I'm not telling people that they can't feel fearful, but we need to challenge ourselves to use this time wisely. So it could be online dating, could be someone you meet online. To me, this is a very computer analytical type energy, this King of Swords. He could be mean, it could be a lawyer, but it's very based on facts and documentation, right? And the internet documents everything, which is kind of scary when you think about it. So you may meet someone online. It's interesting. You've been waiting, but this isn't like a desperate waiting. This is like, I feel like she is very peaceful here. And she knows that when the time is right, the person will come in, but there can't be any, ow, my knee. I'm old and I had my knee in a weird position and, ow. Okay, sorry, back to the reading. But she knows she's patient because she knows if she's patient that this is coming, and it is coming. So if you've already met someone, right, then it's moving to this, getting back to the reading, to this tangible change. So you make it official, you have the talk, and you're officially exclusive, some sort of milestone, or you're living together, you're buying a house together, you're getting married, you're whatever, something, somehow you're blending your everyday life with someone else. This is definitely a card of pregnancy. So some of you, maybe it is prompted because someone gets pregnant. But I see it as a very positive thing. But if you don't want to get pregnant, just take precautions, right? But look how fruitful, look at the fruit on the tree, the transformation. So this is a time of transformation. It's like this relationship you're doing differently. This is a slow energy. And you sleep with people whenever you want to sleep with them. I don't have any judgment at all. In this situation, though, I feel like you are taking the time, and maybe there's this pause right now when we have to hunker down and we're not out seeing other people to really get to know someone. It's a slower energy, and it's because of that, it's more sustainable. It's building slowly over time. You're getting to truly know this person, and this is the ultimate card of sustainability, of many generations, of legacy, of coming together. This person could be wealthy, or you could be wealthy in your own right. These two cards are extremely, they're rich. They're not just rich. They're monetarily, there's stability, but there's a lot of depth to them. This isn't superficial. This is a sustainable, deep relationship coming in. I do feel like a lot of people will meet someone online and connect with them that they may not otherwise have connected with, because it's not like, oh, I see a picture, yep, they're cute, go out for a drink, and that's it. I didn't like how they looked in real life or whatever. That superficiality is going to be less important, or it's not going to be able to factor in as heavily as it would in those types of situations. So there's going to be a lot more conversation and connection and getting to know each other first. And then those people that you may, and we all do this, you may have thought superficially, yeah, I don't know, not really into it. Once you get to know them, that's when you really, I think, can find people attractive because of their character and their personality. And even someone that on the surface you may not have been that into can become extremely attractive once you get to know that I mean, this is someone of substance. This is a real, this is the real deal. Oh, that was a long reading. Okay, let's move on to the next deck. We're going to do the Tarot of Sexual Magic. We'll leave that there and we'll add the garnet to it. Okay, Tarot of Sexual Magic deck. I need to clear the energy. My roommate from college gave me this probably 25 years ago. It had been on a chain, and it broke somehow. But I've kept it all this time. I need to clean it. It's pretty tarnished. It's the world. Oh, it's a globe. Huh. Definitely. The whole earth is sick right now, right? Yet, with the cutting down of commuting, they're saying emissions, like the air is getting clearer. It's very interesting, huh? Hey, trust me, I'd work from home every day if I was allowed to. I'm enjoying working from home because I get an hour and a half of my day back that I'd spend. Although I will say I usually spend that time listening to podcasts, and I'm missing my podcast time, so it's kind of interesting. Bottom of the deck is the Eight of Pentacles. This came out in the previous reading. This card is about, I mean, it's a very comfortable scene, right, in this picture. It's like just lazying around, is that a word, in the morning, having a cup of coffee, just being with someone. They're not, well, she looks a little bit like she's kind of done with him. I don't know. That's not the feeling I get from this card. Maybe she feels like she's realizing she's let go. So I'm sort of reading in this in the reverse. Like she became so available for this person, and he's happy with it, that she's a little bit like, oh, she looks like she's looking off and thinking about things she wants to do, that she hasn't been doing because she's been spending so much time. That happens in relationships. We make ourselves so available because it's so exciting in the beginning. So I guess that would just be a caution that if we have this new love, that you keep a balance and you don't, because isn't this look like this almost like the same couple? Like here they are just completely together, and they're like there's nothing else going on. And then this is a few months down into the relationship, and she's like, oh, I really need to get back into my workout routine, or I haven't been able to do my hobby or get together with my friends, things like that. So just more Pentacle cards. 3 Pentacles. We have the Queen of Pentacles. It's interesting. This one too, it's almost as you have someone that's really, really into you, but you're just not sure. I don't know if you feel like they're beneath you, because in both of these cards, well, it's on top of you here, but in both of these cards, it's almost like this guy, and don't get hung up on the genders, so he's physically below her, and I don't know. I'm sort of getting a second guessing energy. What does that mean? like you're really into this person, and but now, even though I don't have any swords cards, what's this one? Eight of Wands. Yeah, it happened really fast. This is a sweep you off your feet type of energy. Really into each other, really new, all these new feelings. But then I feel like with the Pentacles cards here, we have the Queen of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles. This is a little weird with him cutting her hair. Things have sort of crashed to a halt. We went really, really fast with the Eight of Wands. This just burst of new emotion with the Ace of Cups to these very slow earthbound cards. So what does that mean? What I'm thinking that means is either you feel like you jumped in too fast, and maybe on some level, and I feel like this is a mental block, even though we don't have any swords, that your ego's now coming into it a little bit. Either you're mad at yourself for jumping in too fast and now you feel like it's going too fast and you're slowing it down, which is obviously fine. Or you're second guessing yourself for maybe they don't have a degree or their job isn't as good. I feel like there's a little bit of introspection and second guessing of the situation. But it's very weird. These are all extremely positive cards. So we have the Four of Wands. This is the marriage card. This is the home card. Lots of home cards, lots of like stability cards, we have these two wands, but what's this? Yeah, another Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, give and take. This gorgeous Sun card. Yeah, I don't. So, okay, you're going to just have to ask yourself, like, what are you trying to manufacture a problem in this? Are you a little bit stuck up in this person you don't think maybe they're not cute enough? Maybe they don't make enough money. Maybe, you know what I mean? So you really have to challenge yourself if it's just that you need to, here's an idea, be a grown up and say, you know what? We jumped into this so fast. I want to be with you and spend time with you, but I need to have more balance, and I've sort of let go of some of my hobbies and the things I like to do. And if they're a good match, they're going to totally support that, right? So it could be having a conversation is required. But look there's give and take. There's so much earth energy. Maybe this will be happening in Taurus. So much earth energy. But balance with some fire. Look at this Leo. We have these are hot, passionate cards. Eight of Wands, Four of Wands. This is a stable Wands energy, though. Lots of sex. Lots. I don't know. That's almost what I'm getting from you, though. Like, you're like, I don't know. Like, why am I second guessing this? Why am I? And that can, okay. I'm sorry. It's taken me a while to get there. My guides just must get so annoyed with me. A lot of times with this Eight of Wands, this is usually something you've wanted. You've put things in motion to get it, but it feels like it happens so fast that you don't have time to process it. So sometimes we can self-sabotage because we're like, wait, do I want this? But if you can sort of calm yourself and calm the fears and think about it, you're like, no, I went online. I went out on a date with this, but like I said that I really want someone in my life, blah blah blah. Now that's happened, it seems to happen fast, even though you've been looking for this for years, right? It can feel a little unsettling. Um, and you may be afraid to get hurt. So maybe you're trying to find practical things to point out to sort of self sabotage or sabotage this relationship. But I really think you're going to get over it. I think just talking to the person and just being honest with how you're feeling, they will get it. And then I think you're just going to be like, I can't find anything wrong with this, and I need to stop trying to find something wrong and be open and honest with this person. And I think you're going to find that they are a rock. So again, they may be an earth sign or you may be an earth sign, but it's just a damn solid relationship. So try to get over the superficial things that we get stuck on. And allow this to unfold, because I think you have a winner here. Okay, Everyday Witch Tarot is next. Moonstone, I love that moonstone. Really, I like rough cut and the tumbled stone, but I particularly like this moonstone. Here's a polished moonstone. There's a little bit of, sometimes you can see the rainbow in it. Like this gorgeous rose quartz or the smooth polished one. Sorry, show my rock collection. My roommate from college who gave me this bell, I saw her this summer, and I bought this when I was with her. She's like, Jen, are you buying rocks? Yes, I am, Beth. She just shook her head and laughed. She's Cancer, but I'd be interested to see her chart. She's a very grounded person. She's amazing. Yeah, let's clear this energy. Okay, Everyday Witch Tarot. Let's get that one. Let's get that one. Let's get that one. King of Cups. I was talking to a friend the other day, and she was saying how she just moved into a new house, and she was saying how her neighbor has asked her out and that she wasn't sure what to do. He's younger and they live next to each other. I'm forgetting what I said, but mine was like, what did I say to her? I said something stupid, basically. And she said, well, I was thinking of just talking to him about it. And I was like, oh, well, you could go with the mature choice if you wanted to. Like, there's an idea. Just having a conversation. So that's... oh, I had to laugh at myself. So yeah, he's mature. If he's questioning something or not sure of something, he might just have a conversation and bring it up and see what you think, instead of trying to build some whole backstory and making a big deal and spending all this time and energy on something instead of just being an adult and talking about it with someone. Ooh, Magician. Over here we go again. This happened with the first group. Eight of Wands. Six of Pentacles have been coming up a lot too. You want give and take. Eight of Wands is when a romance comes in very quickly. And it can feel too fast or unsettling, or we can get so caught up on it we're not balanced. But I feel like you've manifested this relationship. You have manifested and you have waited, and you were going to wait until you found someone that was mature, someone that you could, if something was going on, that you could turn to and talk to them about it instead of playing these reindeer games that we play. So I'm dying to know what this card is. This card really drew me. So we have the devil. What a little shit. He's trying to ply these kids with money and ice cream. It's kind of creepy, isn't it? Tempted. You're tempted by someone. Maybe you know that they're not. Maybe this was the bottom. Something's happening with my candle. Ow. I'm going to blow this candle out because it's getting... Ouch. So maybe at the bottom, this is at the bottom because you want stability. You want that type of energy I just described. But maybe you're very tempted by someone really hot and is not good for you, is not right for you. Could even be that they're not really available, or I don't know. But it's almost like it's so tempting. What is this card? Six of Cups. 2 children cards. It could be someone from your past. Someone that even though we're out of Mercury retrograde, it has a Mercury retrograde feel. Someone you've known from your past. Someone you meet through your children. No, I'm not really getting that. So if someone comes back around that you had a relationship with, the lesson in the Six of Cups is nostalgia. The way I like to think about it is we often remember things from our past, and this will happen with my brothers. Like, I'll remember, either they won't remember something at all, or vice versa, or they will remember it in a completely different way. So say I'm talking to my brother Chris, and we're talking about something, and we remember it in 2 totally different ways. He's probably right, honestly. But we go back and actually could relive it. We probably, it wasn't like either of us remembered. So to be careful that we're not romanticizing something or pining for something. And this can also happen in a negative way too. We can remember things as being worse than they were, whatever. Be cautious of this person coming back. Although you may just want to, have a roll in the hay with them just for good old time's sake. But I don't see it as a healthy, I don't see it ending up like this, right? And this Magician's like, you can cultivate the relationship you want. You can, but you have to make choices. Do you want this? Or do you want this? Like, look at what a much sweeter energy this is. I'm reading this card a little differently now, right? This is like pressure and a bribe. Look, he's come up behind them. He's standing over them. He's trying to tempt them. This is sweet, right? This is an offer with no expectation in return. This to me seems like, hey, you do this for me, but I expect something in return. But he's usually so hot. I know, it's hard. I don't know. The 9 of Pentacles. So this is, again, you can cultivate the relationship you want, right? But if you want this mature person, you may have to be alone longer to wait for this person to come in, who may be more shy than this aggressive one. But this 6 of Cups energy grows up to be this mature, emotionally mature man. Okay? And you just have to sit in your garden and drink your wine and read your book until it happens. Could be worse. Fun. I liked yours. Thank you so much, everyone. Take good care of yourself. And I'm going to try to just churn out a bunch of readings. I'm going to work on the April readings this weekend and hope to get some content out to keep people going. And so be well, take care, reach out to any friends or someone you might feel needs to stay connected that may be isolated. And I will see you at the next video. Take care.